That's because you don't have to worry about that, right? Because we're not at that stage yet. Yeah. But yeah, we want to talk about that, and then once we get into the therapies, we're going to talk about which therapy will affect which tissues and which doshas and whatnot. But right now, just got to identify things. So, Rakta, or the red blood cells, second dhatu, and requires about 10 days to form, about 8 anjali, about how much you have at one time. The dhatus, the tendons of blood vessels, which basically means red blood cells tend to nourish and create more tendons and blood vessels. The mala is pitta, and all the mabhutas are the elements, right? All the elements are there, but mainly fire and water. Bone marrow, liver, spleen, red blood cells, heart, brain, uterus is where it does a lot of rakta. And it gives life by carrying prana. Okay, so oxygen. Provides strength, energy, luster, happiness, carries prana to all the cells, so that's what brings the life energy everywhere. Nourishes the subtle dhatus, provides enthusiasm, compassion, creativity, ambition. It's emotionally connected to anger, irritability, and jealousy because it's related to pitta, so a person with excess rakta, or, well, we'll see that right away. Deficient blood, dry, pale, discolored skin, burning desire along with blood loss. Some minerals are also lost, which make the body feel very hot. Desire for sour tastes, low blood pressure, thirst, disturbance in acid-base balance. And the signs of rakta vriddhi are increase of the red blood cells, hypertension, red tone to the skin, red eyes, bleeding, varicose veins, jaundice, skin infections, that sort of thing. Good rakta means the person's bright, brilliant, and happy. There's good vitality and strength. The skin is kind of reddish, lustrous, the eyes are bright, body always feels warm, and desires cool things. Cooler things. Okay. Mamsa dhatu, so the muscle tissue, nourishes fat. So we just remember that one nourishes the next. So we go from rasa to rakta to mamsa. Muscles in the body nourishes meda, takes 15 days to form, measures 7 anjali. The upadhatu is subcutaneous fat and skin. Mala is earwax or snot, discharge from navel. Yeah, any discharges from the navel, that sort of thing. Yeah, some people might get a little bit of, not about the lymph, but some people actually will get some discharge coming up the navel. But that's not very common, I don't even know why it's there. Dr. Shandbach.
I can tell you about that.
Huh?
That's from an embryonic duct leading to the bladder.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, there's apparently it's a muscle tissue byproduct according to, or muscle tissue waste anyways. But yeah, don't worry about that, you won't be tested. Okay, composition, mainly earth, fire, and water. A lot of these notes are from an Ayurvedic practitioner course, so there's going to be like more information that you're really expected to know, but it's good to know these things anyways. Mainly earth, fire, and water, organs of the body, and over the bones is where a lot of the, well, you know where the muscles are. Okay, function lepana, so plastering of the body, or covering or protection of the body, enveloping the body. Many organs are made up of mamsa dhatu, regulates activities, moving joints and bones, coordination, power, gives strength to our body frame, keeps the skin smooth, gives confidence, courage, and strength. And emotions, according to Ayurveda, are stored in the muscles. So that's one thing that we hold inside ourselves. Signs of mamsa kshaya, or weak muscles. That's what kshaya means, is this weakness. Weakness, wasting of muscles, tiredness, low blood pressure. Mamsa vriddhi, or increase of mamsa dhatu, increase in the size of the hips, cheeks, lips, chest, shoulders, that sort of thing. Weight gain, polyps, tumors. And if it's good and balanced, muscular body with good tone, great strength and stamina, strong joints, coordination. And the person looks strong, healthy, confident, rich, and intelligent. I love the rich part. Sometimes these Indian doctors, Meda, fat. So fat, lipid, adipose tissue, cholesterol, that sort of thing. Upadhatu is ligaments. The mala is sweat. Okay? Takes 20 days to form, measures 2 anjalis. You would have 2 handfuls worth of fat. Let's leave it at that. Okay. Composition, water, earth, and fire. Sites all over the body, under the skin, belly, buttocks, breasts, around the joints, where the fat likes to protect us. Okay, function, snehana especially. But, I'd like for you to know the function, the major function, especially the one at the top there. That's always a good one for the for the different dhatus. That's a good thing to know. Keeps the muscle lubricated for constant contraction and retraction, and the joints lubricated. Keeps the body strong and subtle, soft as oily and lustrous hair, nourishes asti dhatu from the bone tissues, and retains heat.
Do you want the Sanskrit word as well, or do you just...
No, you don't need to know the Sanskrit word. If you know it though, I might give you bonus points or something. I like Sanskrit, so not everyone does. Signs of, but that's not, you're not learning Sanskrit here, so I don't expect you to know it. Signs of medakshaya, you don't have enough. Thinness, weakness, enlargement of the spleen, tiredness, weak joints, dry skin, that sort of thing. And if it's deficient, well, excessive smoothness of the body, fat on the tummy. Or sorry, that's excess. Yeah, that's excess. If we just talked about deficient. Fat on the hips, big breasts, lethargy, asthma, cough, excessive sweat, signs of diabetes. And again, if it's nice and balanced, well-built body, melodious voice, skin, hair, eyes, nails, lips, and teeth are smooth, oily, and lustrous, rounded and strong joints, a person's loving, forgiving, and compassionate. Okay. So obviously see that one is related to kapha. And finally, asti dhatu, bone tissue. Style literally means to stand or endure. So basically that's what asti is about, is to hold the strength or, the structure of the body. It's the hardest dhatu, the hardest tissue of the body, of course the bone tissue. Upadhatu is teeth and cartilage, so that's a secondary of the byproduct. And the mala, or the waist, is the hair and nails. Asti dhatu is the seat of vata. So vata, there's a lot of vata in bone tissue, and you can just think of that because it's so porous. There's so much space in the bones. There's so many pores there. So it's a big seat of vata. That's why a lot of vata people get bone problems, arthritis, osteoporosis, that sort of thing. Takes 25 days to form. Nourishes majja dhatu, or the bone marrow. The junction of the bones is a sandhi, or joint. It's the space, in the space is shleshak kapha, right? We talked about that. We just did the test, so that's the one that lubricates the joints. Shleshak kapha, which provides lubrication in the joints, so the bony ends move without friction. Composition, mainly earth, space, and air. Sites, all the bones in the body. The main function is dharana, to support. It supports other dhatus in the body and provides that structure. Provides skeleton to the body, gives it shape and stability to the body, provides attachment to muscles, protects vital organs, brain, spine, spinal cord, pelvic organs, all that sort of thing. And assists in self-defense and protects the body. Carries sound, as in the bones in the ears, and retains memory of pain, pleasure, sadness, happiness, subconscious emotions. Emotions can go right deep into the bones. Especially subconscious emotions. A lot of people who have, early life trauma that they don't remember later on are often held in their bone tissues. Many bone diseases are caused in old age, indeed. Signs of asti kshaya, or deficient asti: loss of hair, weak nails, weak teeth, loss of body hair, pain in the bones, loose joints, lack of strength, stamina, anxiety, insecurity. And aggravated asti, too much, extra bones, extra teeth, teeth aches, that sort of thing. And optimally, asti is long and strong bones, big, strong joints, strong nails, hair, teeth, hardworking, energetic, and has great strength and stamina. Okay. Essentially, indigestion.